2:20 in the morning on Saturday, July 1st. Saturday, July 1st, and here I am in the Tulsa airport on my little bench, and I fly back to Portland tomorrow at 6 a.m. So here's my bed for the night. So we got out of Tulsa okay, and even managed to score a first-class upgrade on our flight to Denver, which was really cool since this was Kennedy's first airplane ride ever. But staff shortages and weather on the East Coast were causing delays throughout the system. Our flight finally got canceled somewhere around midnight. Things were starting to get a little stressful about this time, but we managed to book a hotel and we jumped in an Uber. Kennedy was really concerned about losing her bag. We got to the hotel, got a room on the 4th floor, but the day had one final problem for us. Seriously, how are we supposed to push the button for the 4th floor? This was silly. We wound up having to take the stairs, but we got to our room and got a couple hours of sleep. The next morning saw us flying from Denver to San Francisco and then San Francisco to Portland, which also had delays, but we eventually made it. After that long travel day, we took it easy the next day. We got up and got some frozen yogurt, and then we went to see Guardians of the Galaxy that evening. It was pretty much just a rest day since we'd had a pretty rough 24 hours. But that set us up nicely for the 3rd day, which was our trip to the beach. Haystack Rock is somewhere down there, but we can't see it yet. We just came down off the dunes. You can hardly see the houses up there. How cold is it? It's about 60 degrees. You can put your feet in? Not as cold? These jelly blobs were all over the beach. We found a number of them. They're actually called moon jellies. That was a big one. Is that inside of it? Is that just a piece of grass or something? Pretty cool, huh? All right, here we go. Cheese. So we kicked around on the beach for a little bit longer and played in the water. We found a little crab that was floating around. But it was time to head back into town. Oh, where'd he go? And we walked up and down the streets for a while. Found a candy shop where Kennedy decided that she wanted to eat an eyeball. Ooh, eyeball eater. Oh, she's gonna chew on it. Why are you ripping it? You're so disgusting.
Really good.
So we hit the shops up and down the street, and I found a little car frog for me. And after that, it was a time to get back on the road and head home. It's about an hour and a half drive back to town, and this happened on the way. Sadly, we had reached our last day, travel day, and we said our goodbyes to Stacy, then hit the road. Our plan for the day was to head out to the gorge and see Multnomah Falls. From the falls, we drove back into town and stopped off at Edgefield for Kennedy's first McMenamins visit. And after touring the grounds for a little bit, we stopped at the power station and had lunch where we met Cindy and Dennis and Maddie, who had been driving across country from Tulsa out to Portland. So sadly, we said our goodbyes to everyone, and then Kennedy and I headed to the airport for our long trip back to Tulsa. We landed sometime after midnight because once again we had delays, and Kennedy finally went home with her mother sometime around 2 a.m., and I went to sleep in the airport as my flight returned to Portland at 6 a.m. the next day.
I'm tired.